Hey guys, you're here with DeathByRageQuit. We're going to talk a little bit about Zilean today. This was our champion of the week. Let's start out with some ratings. I'll start it out. I was not a fan. Okay, not a fan of this one at all. I gave him a 3. I will probably never play him ever again. That's how I feel about him. That's my thoughts. Go, yeah. Kevin. What do you think?
I gave him a 1. If I can, I'll give him a 0. Because I absolutely hate Zilean. He is by far the worst.
First off, we got to get his name right here. How do you pronounce it? Zilean?
Zilean? I call him Zilean.
Zulian? I think it's Z-I-L.
It is.
It is Z-I, so it's Zilean.
I would say Zilean.
Okay, well, we'll go with, I'm going with Zilean, you can go with Zulian.
I'm going with Zilean because I hate him.
Okay. Doesn't matter. He's terrible either way. So. Okay.
Yeah. I thought he was okay. I would give him a 6.
Yeah.
I give him a 6.
And hey, if you guys disagree with me, that's fine. That makes the podcast better. So
yeah.
don't be afraid to disagree with me. I'm just stating my opinion here. Okay, let's start out with likes because I'm gonna have some more dislikes. So let's start out with likes. What'd you guys like about him?
The only thing I would say I actually liked about him was his E, just because you can run away real quick.
Yeah.
That's probably the only thing I like.
Yeah.
I like his time bomb because earlier whenever I was using it, Master Yi had made it across the turret, so I just went over there, threw my time bomb at him, and it killed him, finished him off.
I like his utility. Like, all his abilities are pretty decent.
Yeah.
But his ult's a free guardian angel, and with his E, he can either slow down an enemy or speed up an ally.
Yeah. I didn't really mind him in a support role. I didn't really like him mid lane very much.
You saw him
just
mid
my
lane?
thoughts.
What's
that?
You saw him mid lane?
I tried him mid lane.
I
I'm so
wouldn't.
terribly sorry.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do
I didn't do very well. I tried him mid lane 2 or 3 times actually, and each time I felt like, I kind of hold him off a little bit because I think he has good clearing. So that's one of his positives I have written down because of his time bomb. You can throw that on some minions whenever they're all grouped up. You can kill a bunch of them all at once. So that kept the enemy champion from really being able to just turret dive and get me. So he did okay, but I had to really just stay at my turret almost the whole time. And so I didn't really like that. I really had to have help. I couldn't ever really push because I never felt like I could get his health down enough. Also, I did think he had pretty good poking ability with this time bomb. You kind of throw that on him, hit his W to get a second one, and throw that on him too, and then kind of walk away. So that's good.
But that makes him very mana hungry.
Oh yes, it is.
I also like his ult because you can save people, like Jake was saying. Just save their lives.
Yeah.
Kind of like you send your tank in real quick. He just takes a whole bunch of damage out on him, send that on him, gives him almost half health again, and then they can just keep going at him.
Yeah, we had this Pantheon one game where I saw it most effectively used. We were just about to kill the enemy team, and Pantheon was doing most damage that we were doing on our team, and he had 20-something kills. Everybody else was at 3 or 4, and he was carrying us, and so whenever I used my ult on him, brought him back to life because they were all ganging up on him, and so we ended up winning the game, which I think that ability helped us a lot right at the end of the game. But anything else you guys liked about him?
I like his time warp too because if you're trying to get away from an enemy, you can just do that, and it increases your movement speed by a whole lot. Yeah,
it was very good for chasing enemies down. I was teamed up with Ezreal, I believe, and that made Ezreal pretty strong because he could, if they were trying to get away from him or anything like that, I would just throw that on him or throw it on the enemy and slow him if I was close enough. But either way, it was kind of Yeah, I like that about him. So I thought he was, a 3. I'm really basing that off mid lane. I would give him something a little higher if for a support. Probably I'd give him somewhere around 5 maybe. There's other supports I like better than him, but I thought he was okay.
I give him 1 because he sucks all around. I don't care which lane. He just sucks.
You only played him once.
Exactly.
What about dislikes?
Everything.
We talked some already about them.
Mana hungry.
Mana hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel that his kit is in the best position that it could be.
Yeah.
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 Having a ability solely cool down your other abilities is kind of useless.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. I thought he had limited damage dealing abilities, so
Yes.
that
Yeah.
was pretty much Q is all you got. So
Mhm.
Yeah, it's Q and then just auto attack.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Auto attack.
And the bombs take 4 seconds unless you automatically detonate one with the QW.
yeah.
Or unless someone kills him and then you have that. Your bomb still explodes, so if there's anyone near it, it still damages, but
Yeah.
it's very
It
annoying.
still doesn't have a lot of ability to take out a champion.
Yeah.
Doesn't even have
Unless
ability to
they're-
poke him all that well.
Unless they're really low on health. That's the only way.
Yeah. Team fights, I think it's okay because usually they're all kind of clumped together, and whenever you
Mm-hmm.
throw that bomb in there, it does more damage than probably what it really feels like, but it's just spread out and dispersed through multiple champions.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it's still not great at dealing a whole bunch of damage.
Terrible champion.
I
Actually,
thought he was pretty weak.
He's very squishy.
Yeah, reminded me a little bit of Lux in some ways, as far as like that's about how strong he feels. I think Lux is pretty weak,
Yeah.
and I felt like
Weaken is that health or?
weak as in health. Yeah,
Alright.
as far as like somebody's right on top of you, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, he's just run away. Really, just
Yeah, and that's pretty much the way Lux plays. So,
yeah. Except for with her ult.
anything else as far as likes or dislikes?
I will say one thing I like about it is the XP gain, the 8%.
Yeah,
That is
I
nice.
That pass is pretty cool.
I didn't know that. I didn't read his
Yeah.
passive, so I thought that was pretty good.
Yep.
Overall, I think he needs a kit rework
Yeah,
or
I
a
agree.
buff.
Yeah.
We work our buff, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so let's go to the role play scenarios. We have a few written here, something that you really might encounter in game. First one, let's go with Lux. How would you guys combat Lux?
Dodge your Q, and
Yeah.
then if you can dodge your Q, you dodge her W. And if you dodge her W, you dodge her ult pretty much.
You've
It's
dodged.
just all about dodging. Huh?
Yeah, if you dodge her Q, she can't use her combo on you, and then
Yeah.
she can't one-hit kill you. Also, with that being said, if she does combo you, you can ult yourself and you'll come back.
So
Yeah.
it's really just a waste for her.
Yeah. But her ult comes back way faster than yours, so
Yeah.
it's a fighting
Yeah.
inevitability.
Yeah.
Unless you built like 5 Deathfire Grasps with a 10% cooldown reduction each, up to a 50% cooldown reduction.
You only get 40%.
Only get up to 40?
Yeah, it caps at 40.
Oh, well, that sucks.
Well, you like him the most, I think, out of us, or you too. Do you think that's a tough matchup, or do you think that's not? Or do you think that's pretty fair?
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty tough.
Yeah.
She has way better wave clearing, and yeah, it's a tough fight. But you can probably poke some damage on her early game.
Yeah. Yeah. Rise, I think, is even a little bit tougher. That's the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll just build. He can build tanky mana items and still deal out way more damage than you will ever be.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And he'll catch you with
Yeah.
his W, so
Yeah.
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 bad match.
He's annoying no matter what champion you play
Yeah.
with that little lockdown.
All right, for the last one, Alistar. I think you can get your time bomb, your Q on him pretty much nonstop.
Yeah.
And so, but you're not dealing much damage, so I don't know how helpful that is. But
Unless if an Alistar is building AP, he will do a lot of damage. But if he's building just pure tank, it's pretty much a standstill between you two, because his E heals him, and every time something dies around him, it cools down. Your Q will only do so much damage.
Yeah.
And he could possibly heal himself for the damage that you did to him.
Yeah.
So in the end, I think an Alistar would win in that battle.
I think it's kind of an interesting fight because I think normally if you're going to see him, they're going to be support. You're probably going to be support too.
Yeah.
So you be in range, you might be able to just keep hitting him every time he runs up to the front. So
Yeah.
I think
it's going to take a long time, but
Yeah.
maybe you could get him to use his healing ability a lot. Maybe he'll drain his mana or something, to help out your team. But
Oh, yeah.
I don't think you're really going to kill him.
No.
You're just going to be kind of
You just
helping
poke
your
him.
team some. Yeah.
I think he's gonna have more. That lane's gonna have more sustain versus you, but you're going to have possibly more poke, and
Yeah.
you can slow them down more.
Yeah.
And all he can do is knock you away.
Knock you up and knock you away.
Yeah. Now, everybody pretty much built him AP, right? There's really no other option than that. Wouldn't you guys agree?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though I have seen some AP champions built AD, and it's unnecessary.
Yeah.
Like a Sona.
Yeah, I just can't. Yeah, I can't see him doing that. I don't see the benefit in going AD with him.
No.
Yeah. So any other thoughts?
I hate him.
We have a couple more minutes left.
He needs to rework.
Yeah. If you were gonna rework him, what would you do?
Get rid of his W, because why waste mana on cooling down your other abilities when you could just
Wait.
Yeah,
Like-
you could in turn waste the mana to cool it down for the mana that you already have to use it.
Yeah.
um,
I'd like to see him have like a damage over time spell instead of his W, maybe.
Oh
Mhm.
yeah.
If you're going to make him, because he seems like a poke champion, like we've been talking about, make him a little bit more effective at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If that's the way you're going to build him, then he should have better abilities than he's got for that, I think.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Mainly get rid of that W.
Yeah.
That's
All right, so for you guys watching, we weren't a huge fan of Zilean, but it's always worth a shot. Maybe you like him. I've seen some good players play him a lot, but we weren't big fans really. So yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Make sure you guys comment and tell us, give us some feedback on what we're doing. We'd like to hear back from you, and so like our stuff, and we'd like to hear from you. Thanks, bye.